Psalm 16. The Lord, the psalmist's portion in life and deliverer in death. Keep and protect me, O God, for in you I have placed my trust and found refuge. I said to the Lord, you are my Lord. I have no good besides you. As for the saints, godly people who are in the land, they are the majestic and the noble and the excellent ones in whom is all my delight. The sorrows, pain, and suffering of those who have chosen another God will be multiplied because of their idolatry. I will not pour out their drink offerings of blood, nor will I take their names upon my lips. The Lord is the portion of my inheritance, my cup, he is all I need. You support my lot. The boundary lines of the land have fallen for me in pleasant places. Indeed, my heritage is beautiful to me. I will bless the Lord who has counseled me. Indeed, my heart and mind instructs me in the night. I have set the Lord continually before me, because he is at my right hand, and I will not be shaken. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory, my innermost self rejoices. My body too will dwell confidently in safety. For you will not abandon me to Sheol, the netherworld, the place of the dead, nor will you allow your Holy One to undergo decay. You will show me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy. In your right hand there are pleasures forevermore. Chapter 17. Prayer for protection against oppressors. Hear the just righteous cause, O Lord. Listen to my loud piercing cry. Listen to my prayer that comes from guileless lips. Let my verdict of vindication come from your presence. May your eyes look with equity and behold things that are just. You have tried my heart. You have visited me in the night. You have tested me, and you find nothing evil in me. I intend that my mouth will not transgress. Concerning the deeds of men, by the word of your lips, I have kept away from the paths of the violent. My steps have held closely to your paths. My feet have not staggered. I have called upon you, for you, O God, will answer me. Incline your ear to me. Hear my speech. Wondrously show your marvelous and amazing loving kindness, O Savior of those who take refuge at your right hand from those who rise up against them. Keep me in your affectionate care. Protect me as the apple of your eye. Hide me in the protective shadow of your wings. From the wicked who despoil and deal violently with me, my deadly enemies who surround me. They have closed their unfeeling heart to kindness and compassion. With their mouths they speak proudly and make presumptuous claims. They track us down and have now surrounded us in our steps. They set their eyes to force us to the ground. He is like a lion eager to tear his prey, and like a young lion lurking in hiding places. Arise, O Lord, confront him, cast him down. Save my soul from the wicked with your sword, from men with your hand, O Lord, from men of the world, these moths of the night, whose portion of enjoyment is in this life idle and vain, and whose belly you fill with your treasure. They are satisfied with children, and they leave what they have left of wealth to their children. As for me, I shall see your face in righteousness. I will be fully satisfied when I awake to find myself seeing your likeness. 18. David praises the Lord for rescuing him. I love you fervently and devotedly, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and the one who rescues me, my God, my rock and strength, in whom I trust and take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my high tower, my stronghold. I call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised, and I am saved from my enemies. The cords of death surround me, and the streams of ungodliness and torrents of destruction terrified me. The cords of Sheol, the netherworld, the place of the dead, surrounded me. The snares of death confronted me. In my distress, when I seemed surrounded, I called upon the Lord and cried to my God for help. He heard my voice from his temple, and my cry for help came before him into his very ears. Then the earth shook and quaked. The foundations of the mountains trembled. They were shaken because he was indignant and angry. Smoke went up from his nostrils, and fire from his mouth devoured coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens and came down, and thick darkness was under his feet. And he rode upon a cherub of storm and flew, and he sped on the wings of the wind. He made darkness his hiding place, a covering, his pavilion a canopy around him, the darkness of the waters, the thick clouds of the skies. Out of the brightness before him passed his thick clouds, hailstones and coals of fire. The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the Most High uttered his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. He sent out his arrows and scattered them, and he sent an abundance of lightning flashes and confused and routed them in defeat. Then the stream beds of the waters appeared, and the foundations of the world were laid bare. At your rebuke, O Lord, at the blast of the breath of your nostrils. He reached from on high, he took me and drew me out of many waters. He rescued me from my strong enemy and from those who hated me, for they were too strong for me. They confronted me in the day of my disaster, but the Lord was my support. He brought me out into a broad place. He rescued me because he was pleased with me and delighted in me. The Lord dealt with me according to my righteousness, moral character, and spiritual integrity. According to the cleanness of my hands, he has rewarded me. For I have kept the ways of the Lord, and have not wickedly departed from my God. For all his ordinances were before me, and I did not put away his statutes from me. I was blameless before him, and I kept myself free from sin. Therefore the Lord has rewarded me according to my righteousness, moral character, spiritual integrity, according to the cleanness of my hands in his sight. With the kind, merciful, faithful, loyal, you show yourself kind. With the blameless, you show yourself blameless. With the pure, you show yourself pure. And with the crooked, you show yourself astute. For you save an afflicted and humble people, but bring down those arrogant fools with haughty eyes. For you cause my lamp to be lighted and to shine. The Lord my God illumines my darkness. For by you I can crush a troop, and by my God I can leap over a wall. As for God, his way is blameless. The word of the Lord is tested. It is perfect. It is faultless. He is a shield to all who take refuge in him. For who is God but the Lord? Or who is a rock except our God? The God who encircles me with strength and makes my way blameless. He makes my feet like hinds' feet, able to stand firmly and tread safely on paths of testing and trouble. He sets me securely upon my high places. He trains my hands for war, so that my arms can bend a bow of bronze. You have also given me the shield of your salvation, and your right hand upholds and sustains me. Your gentleness, your gracious response when I pray, makes me great. You enlarge the path beneath me and make my steps secure, so that my feet will not slip. I pursued my enemies and overtook them, and I did not turn back until they were consumed. I have shattered them so that they were not able to rise. They fell wounded under my feet. For you have encircled me with strength for the battle. You have subdued under me those who rose up against me. You have also made my enemies turn their backs to me in defeat, and I silenced and destroyed those who hated me. They cried for help, but there was no one to save them. Even to the Lord they cried, but he did not answer them. Then I beat them fine as the dust before the wind. I emptied them out as the dirt of the streets. You have rescued me from the contentions of the people. You have placed me as the head of the nations. A people whom I have not known serve me. As soon as they hear me, they respond and obey me. Foreigners feign obedience to me. Foreigners lose heart and come trembling out of their strongholds. The Lord lives. Blessed be my rock, and may the God of my salvation be exalted. The God who avenges me and subdues peoples and nations under me. He rescues me from my enemies. Yes, you lifted me up above those who rise up against me. You deliver me from the man of violence. Therefore will I give thanks and praise you, O Lord, among the nations, and sing praises to your name. He gives great triumphs to his king and shows steadfast love and mercy to his anointed, to David and his descendants forever. Chapter 19. The works and the word of God. The heavens are telling of the glory of God, and the expanse of heaven is declaring the work of his hands. Day after day pours forth speech, and night after night reveals knowledge. There is no speech, nor are there spoken words from the stars. Their voice is not heard. Yet their voice in quiet evidence has gone out through all the earth, their words to the end of the world. In them and in the heavens he has made a tent for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber. It rejoices as a strong man to run his course. The sun's rising is from one end of the heavens, and its circuit to the other end of them, and there is nothing hidden from its heat. The law of the Lord is perfect, flawless, restoring and refreshing the soul. The statutes of the Lord are reliable and trustworthy, making wise the simple. The precepts of the Lord are right, bringing joy to the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true, they are righteous altogether. They are more desirable than gold, yes, than much fine gold, sweeter also than honey and the drippings of the honeycomb. Moreover, by them your servant is warned, reminded, illuminated, and instructed. In keeping them there is great reward. Who can understand his errors or omissions? Acquit me of hidden, unconscious, unintended faults. Also keep back your servant from presumptuous, deliberate, willful sins. Let them not rule and have control over me. Then I will be blameless and complete, and I shall be acquitted of great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable and pleasing in your sight, O Lord, my firm, immovable rock and my redeemer. Chapter 20. Prayer for victory over enemies. May the Lord answer you, David, in the day of trouble. May the name of the God of Jacob set you securely on high and defend you in battle. May he send you help from the sanctuary, his dwelling place, and support and strengthen you from Zion. May he remember all your meal offerings and accept your burnt offering. May he grant you your heart's desire and fulfill all your plans. We will sing joyously over your victory, and in the name of our God, we will set up our banners. May the Lord fulfill all your petitions. Now I know that the Lord saves his anointed. He will answer him from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember and trust in the name of the Lord our God. They have bowed down and fallen, but we have risen and stood up. O Lord, save the king. May the king answer us in the day we call.
Thank you for watching this channel. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to select the notification bell. This will help us draw all men to Jesus.